Hi, Cancer rising sign. Here is your weekly forecast starting on the 7th of April until the 11th of April. I think this week is a massive professional and social pivot for you. You are moving from hiding kind of like in the shell to standing, to try to stand out, standing in your own authority with the 10th house and the 11th house getting triggered this week for you. I think you are being highly activated, and the world is potentially finally starting to see the work you have been doing in private. Now, firstly, it's about stepping into authority. It's about from a stage of dreaming, you go to this public power. But have you felt like you have been working behind the scenes with no recognition lately? Or maybe your social circle has felt a bit unstable? Well, this week, the universe is pulling you out of your shell and kind of placing you exactly where you belong, in the driver's seat of your own life. And we are talking about quite a massive career shift, a total redefinition of what your real path is and who your real friends are, or what your goal should become. Now we do have got Uranus at 29 degree sitting on the Weeping Sisters, as well as Lilith moving into the sign of Taurus, which is all your 11th house, friendship groups, the big whys, your long-term goals. So you might realize a certain group or friendship no longer align with your values. It's somehow a damn breaking moment where you stop trying to fit in and then you have to become the unique version of yourself. Uranus has been in the sign of Taurus since 2018, so it's trying to shake up your long-term goals a little bit. But you might feel an emotional release as you let go of a dream that wasn't actually yours, and you have to be replacing that with something completely new. Now, Lilith is entering Taurus as well, which I think is quite powerful for you because it's about reclaiming your right to be yourself among people. No more playing small to make others feel comfortable. You're finding your tribe by being authentically you, an unapologetic version of yourself. And I think this is about reclaiming your values as well, which is really supported by Apollo moving back into your second house, which is the house of money, self-worth, and your assets, your talents. Now, Apollo has been here for a while, but it shifted back into the sign of Cancer. You had an unfinished business. The unfinished business was most likely around your confidence level. But remember, the second house is your bank account and your self-esteem. So maybe your finances felt foggier or more restricted since maybe mid-March, but the sun is coming out. You are going to find this new sense of pride, a new sense of goal in what you want to do for a living. So this is a perfect time for asking for a raise your own prices, or simply treat yourself to something that makes you feel good, wealthy, kind of stable again. Mars is entering your 10th house, the house of the highest point in your chart. That's about a reputation, career, kind of like the titles. So if you have been feeling a bit stuck at work, this should be ending now. Mars is kind of like the engine here, trying to pioneer you to make that change or to stop waiting around for a promotion. And you should be starting acting like your own boss. This is a high visibility energy. So you can use this surge to launch a new business, apply for a leadership role, take on a difficult project, because people should see that you are driven. A bit of a warning here, be careful not to be too aggressive with authority figures. It's a very fiery position, so channel that fire into achieving results rather than kind of like arguments at work. Mercury is making a final conjunction to Pallas Athene in your ninth house, the house of travel, education, and pretty much the vision, the bigger picture. So I can imagine that you have been iterating on a big plan. And maybe a course that you have been, or you are taking, a book you are writing, a travel plan, maybe since February. And then now the strategy is coming together. You start seeing the pattern. You realize exactly how your experiences over the last few months fit together into a big vision. Maybe you're ready to, okay, you know what? I can make it. I'm going to relocate. Yes, you know what? I can afford that course and I'm going to go for it. This isn't a random thought, though. It's more of a roadmap that you are about to be creating to be able to achieve your vision in the next 1 year. It might be coming through intuitive dreams, or maybe a guru is going to talk to you about it, and then you start getting your future. You get a lot of clarity. So a bit of a kind of a survival guide for you, Cancer. I think don't be afraid to walk away from social groups that drain you. A new tribe potentially might be waiting for you. I think it's about stepping up your work. The spotlight is on you. Show them what you are capable of, but write down your goals. And with that Mercury and Palasatine, create the how to do that type of list. So, are you ready to take the lead in your career, or are you still feeling a bit shivery, of leaving your comfort zone behind? I mean, let me know in the comment box below, but don't forget to stick around for the new moon video that I'm going to be making for the members. It's going to be available on my website as well as for my YouTube members, where I'm going to be breaking this down for all 12 signs as well. So good luck, Cancer, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.